Hello, everyone. Back again. Uncle Coach Kevin here.
Got
with
me
my
so
good
fired
friend,
up.
Sonny Parlin's fired up today.
Got me so fired up. I'm drinking black coffee.
I'm drinking you know what? That's funny. I am drinking my black coffee as well. And
No,
my
no
little,
creamer.
what the, you can sing, don't
I remember
start.
reading an article way back when that said something about people who like black coffee are likely to be psychopaths.
Yes, well, there's a good
That
reason why.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
we both, we
That
both
makes
think alike.
sense.
Well, as those at home can notice, obviously our studio space is back to the old bullshit we were running before.
Just this once.
We had a few technical issues on the last one, and instead of not giving you a show, we decided to go back to the old way we were doing it remotely. We just have some good shit planned. We had a few technical snafus at the coffee shop this week, but we have things squared away. Jeff Rod has fixed our issues. The next week, with the Lord willing, we will have a show at the coffee shop in person with all the pretty cameras and all the
Technical
pretty microphones.
snafus, aka Sonny and Kevin, have no fucking clue what to do.
What the fuck we're doing.
Back in 2020, I was recording a lot of music because of the whole pandemic. We were shut down, like literally nothing to do. So I got my recording studio again, and I put some songs together. And that's when we had started doing a little bit of podcasting. And of course, back then, like I was on top of the shit. I knew how to set up everything. But I'll tell you what, man, you don't use it, you lose it. And it's like, I remember looking at all that stuff and I was like, and I had to figure it out. I mean, I got it figured out, but we just missing a couple of components.
Just a box of fucking wires. Like in your knowledge of those things, imagine having like a thimble full of that knowledge. I was absolutely helpless. Absolutely
helpless.
What's
going on.
Had nothing to offer in that accord. Well, anyway, folks, we are very pleased to be back. It has been a very good week. Actually, it's been a horrible fucking week. My mom's in the hospital.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. She's okay.
That's our one fan. What are we going to do?
Mom, I know, right? We can't lose you, Mom.
Nobody's going to watch the show.
Folks at home, wish my mom the best. I think she's fine. She has some considerable health problems she's dealt with her entire life, and I imagine that every once in a while they kind of creep up on her. I imagine that that she'll be fine. They'll usually put her in a hospital for a couple of days, keep an eye on her, get her levels all leveled out, and they send her back home again. But Mom, I love you. I'm very sorry you're not feeling well.
Love you, Mom. I love you, Mrs. Gallagher.
And then I had I've got my Christmas sale, kids' Christmas party, adult Christmas party, all scheduled for Saturday, which is going to be tomorrow. Yeah, which is tomorrow.
So I guess you're not coming to the belt ceremony for Dylan tomorrow.
I can't make it tomorrow. I love you. I mean, I wouldn't be able to anyway. There's literally like a fucking deluge, like a tropical storm, nor'easter.
Yeah, I saw something about that. Looks like I saw some picture. In fact, I downloaded it on my phone, and it showed it was just this photo that showed Florida all in red. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah, that's it. That's that. That's
those
literally
are supposed to be the affected areas.
Literally every other day this fucking week has been gorgeous out, beautiful, like overcast skies, sunny. And, mixed 60s, 70s. I had this beautiful Christmas party planned, the Christmas sale. I bought all this shit to sell everybody. We were going to have it outside. I bought a bounce house for the fucking kids, a fire pit. We were going to watch the fights on an inflatable screen, and it's going to rain all fucking day. So whatever. We're going to put it inside the gym and do the best we can do, and hopefully everything works out. And there it is. God was not on my side this weekend. But here we are.
Yes.
Yes.
Here we are.
Sonny, I love you very much.
So, speaking of love, let's give some to Royce Gracie. He had a birthday, and we were supposed to have our show
the day of his birthday,
and we were going to shout him out and everything. And of course, well, it wouldn't have come out till Tuesday anyway, so it doesn't matter. But happy birthday, Royce Gracie. We love you.
Happy birthday, Royce Gracie. Royce Gracie. Let's spend a few seconds.
Of course, let's talk about
some homage to Mr. Royce Gracie. First of all, me and Sonny have a special affection to Royce Gracie because our lineage is directly connected to Royce. And I say this a great deal. I hang a picture of Helio on my wall, not because I'm just some random asshole that puts a picture of Helio Gracie on my wall. And there's lots of debate, lots of conjecture upon who really created Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and where it came from. And depending on who you talk to, it comes from one place or another. And a lot of people like to jump on that bandwagon. But Sonny and myself trace our lineage directly to Haleo through Royce, through Rob Kahn. So I hang a picture of Royce Gracie on the wall, or Haleo Gracie on the wall, simply because Haleo Gracie is the godfather of my particular brand of jiu-jitsu. So I am honored to honor him whenever I possibly can.
Bro, you are the master of mispronouncing names. Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Well, how do you fucking Haleo, right?
Haleo, just
Haleo. What I
Haleo.
said. Haleo.
Ilio.
Ilio. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Fuck that shit.
And it's more of an
Ilio.
E than an A sound, like an Ilio.
And then the H is silent, right?
Right. I believe it is.
Because the R's are H's. Like who the fuck? I don't speak fucking Portuguese.
Dude, Boha.
Boha.
Us. Oh wait, that's Japanese. I'm sorry.
Japanese. Well, yeah, we already went down that road. Remember the
No, I know.
on the poor girl.
Shout out to everyone that's still misspelling us, by the way.
We will not name the poor girl with Os tattooed on her chest, OSS. However, you will see it one day and you'll remember. But however, like Royce Gracie, like you can really 100% look at Royce Gracie and say to yourself that if it wasn't for Royce Gracie, the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that we now know would not be what it is.
Right. Wouldn't be what it is. Wouldn't be what it is. There'd be no Gordon Ryan. There'd be no fucking nobody. Okay. There'd be nobody. You guys would be still practicing fucking karate and jerking off in your basements. Okay. Playing with your Krav Maga, whatever the fuck it's called. You guys would not be, huh?
That's true, but harsh.
Krav my diddly do, whatever the hell it's called.
Krav my diddly do.
You know, you guys just wouldn't be, you know, everybody. Bro, it tears me up a little bit, and you know I'm gonna go on a little bit of a soapbox here, but it tears my ass a little bit when people talk shit about Royce Gracie, because it's like, bro, you are standing on the shoulders of this man.
Really
we all are.
Really is
we
true.
are all standing on the shoulders
and
of this
you know
man.
what? Royce is fucking Royce. If he wants to walk around in a blue belt and he wants to say that you guys aren't doing shit because you're not doing his self-defense wrist locks and all the shit he fucking shows, because a seminar with Royce Gracie, I love him. But it's the same 5 fucking wrist locks and the grab, and you take a picture with Royce, you pay $100, and he comes to the next place and does the same thing.
Actually, however, when he came to Gracie Bradenton last time, which was a few years ago, he showed some really cool shit, and it was like stuff I hadn't really seen, you know, and it was different. You know, it was like he threw out a leg lock. It was he had us doing an ankle lock from this like weird position where you walk over the guy's guard. You know, you're in somebody's guard, you basically walk over them, and so they end up like having to roll backwards.
The Ronda Rousey kind of guard break from close guard, where you step over and it's almost like a Boston Crab type of thing.
Yeah, like a Boston Crab, and then into an ankle lock. It was pretty dope. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. I hadn't seen that.
Funny story about Royce. I went to one of his seminars at South. I mean, I've been to all of them. That's kind of the thing. You got to go kiss the ring. But it's Royce. And we went to dinner afterwards. I had dinner with him a couple of times. Like, he's fucking super cool fucking guy. Super cool guy. I'm actually going to hang out with him for that gun trip I told you about. Because I trained the general. We were going to go up there and spend a weekend with Royce shooting. I was at a seminar with Royce, and it was a funny thing. He shows his triangle, and he's really cool the way he shows it. And he shows the importance of making the connection on the artery as opposed to holding the leg down. And without getting too technical, like you have one arm in, one arm out, he takes the arm that's trapped and he uses that to pull to turn the corner. And he never once touches his leg to pull down to keep your posture down. All he worries about is making the connection with the artery on the leg, and he doesn't even pull the arm across. He just locks it up, and it's fucking the tightest fucking triangle you've ever felt. And when I was watching that, I raised my hand and I asked a question, and I was like, so you don't worry about blah, 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 whatever the fuck I said.
Probably the arm.
Yeah, exactly. And he looked at me, and he didn't say a word. He just went, and I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck. You know, he recognized I was a black belt. You know what I mean? He wanted to make sure that I understood it intuitively. He was super cool about that. He shows his black belts a lot of respect, by the way, too. He's super fucking cool that way. So he pulled me out on the mat in front of everybody. And he tells me, get on my knees, go in his guard. And he traps the one arm in, one arm out, makes the connection. And he's telling a fucking story as he starts to lock it up. And he's like talking. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm going to go to sleep. and I have to, because there's no way I'm gonna fucking tap in the middle of this conversation. He might be doing it just to prove a fucking point. So I'm gonna sit there and laugh and let Royce Gracie put me to sleep. Same thing Matt was saying it after. So I thought he was gonna put you to sleep. He didn't. He was nice, but long story short, it pretty much changed my mindset on the way I execute triangles just from a brief little second like that. So
yeah, I know it's interesting.
Royce Gracie.
Yeah, definitely. And Royce loves to shoot. He's got a great sense of humor. He's right up my alley as a human being. I think he's great. And I remember one time when I was a blue belt up in Connecticut, and he was visiting, and he was doing a meet and greet. So people had to pay, to like get their picture took with him or something like that. Maybe they did or maybe they didn't. I don't remember that part, but I just remember it was a legitimate meet and greet at some restaurant, and I was kind of like, I don't know, somehow became like the door guy to like find, like if somebody wanted to meet Royce, I would like go get him. I don't know how I got that job, but anyway, I remember
you did it proudly because it was Royce Gracie that asked,
right? But it was towards the end of the night, and I think everything was winding down, and Royce was actually now in a different part of the like the building or whatever. And I remember this couple came in, they really wanted to meet him. And so I went and found him, and I was like, I know it's after the time or whatever, but did you want to come out and meet these people? They seemed excited. He's like, no, not really. And I was like, oh, okay. So I turn around, I start walking away, and I look, and he's walking behind me. I was like, oh, this motherfucker, he just clowned
me. He really is like, is someone that like, it would be hard pressed to find someone, and there's people that don't remember because they're not old enough, might not remember, but there was a time in like the mid 90s when Royce Gracie was one of the most recognizable people on the planet. Like he was 100%, like when the UFC was back in its earliest days, like Royce Gracie was 100% like widely known as the baddest man in the world, during that period. And when you talk to him, dude, he is like fucking the most humble, down to earth. Like he lets you know he's Royce Gracie, and he holds that gravity about him, but there's no arrogance, there's no bullshit involved, and he totally could. If anyone could, right, Royce Gracie could, and he totally holds himself and conducts himself.
He's super cool, man.
Super fucking cool.
And I think he's his son Connery. He's raising his son to be an exemplary human being, and I
had Connery on the Jiu-Jitsu Time podcast one time, and he's a pretty cool guy. We talked when he was making his Bellator run a little while ago.
Yeah, he's a cool kid. So it's just nice to see them all together all the time, and I'm just really happy that Royce seems to be living his best life right now. And hey Royce, if you're watching this, I'd want you back at the gym, man. We need to do a seminar. Tell him when you go see him in Nevada.
We love you.
When you see him in Nevada.
So Royce Gracie is amazing. What else are we talking about today? What else we got? What's next on the agenda, Sonny?
I think we're going to talk about me now. No,
They talk about Sonny's losing weight. What are you doing?
Oh, man? I am. I'm down like 19 pounds, man. Let me tell you something. The power of fasting cannot be denied.
Are you doing intermittent fasting? Or are you doing the?
I'm doing some intermittent fasting, and I'm doing some. Like I started this whole thing off with like a 48-hour fast, man, and it probably wasn't like a true fast because I think I might have snuck in like a protein bar, and maybe some like coffee with cream in it. So like I don't think it was a real true fast, but basically for 48 hours I didn't eat hardly anything, and
it's not as hard. I've heard the people that do
it's hard at first, but after that
adjusts.
First, yeah, you adjust to it, and then of course I was a little bit dehydrated. It was a funny story.
Arroyo just did like 80 hours.
Fast?
Yeah, he did 70 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking Arroyo though. He's nuts.
He is nuts. Yeah. And so I was all cramping up because I was dehydrated and stuff like that. So I had to get my water intake going and kind of get working again. But now I got a good little routine going, and I'm basically just eating a couple meals a day. Or if I eat 3 meals a day, I'm eating super, super clean, like the cleanest I've ever eaten in my life. Even cleaner.
Do you eat in a window, or are you just eating lighter food?
Just lighter food.
Yeah. I mean,
so like I'll wake up and I'll have breakfast, but like I'm having like 4 scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of toast.
Yeah.
And then for like lunch, I'm having one of those like Fit Life meals,
Yeah.
And then for dinner, I'm having one of those Fit Life meals.
No.
So, and that's it, man. I'm not fucking around. I'm not snacking. I'm not doing anything. So, and I'm down like 19 pounds. It's crazy, you know?
Yeah, that's I saw you the other day and you were encroaching upon chubby Sonny.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh,
I saw the way I looked on the Old Man Grappling Hour when we were at
I
the
still
coffee
miss
shop. And I was like, bro, nope.
I still I still miss Fat Sonny. I want him back, but that's fine.
Nope.
Another
Fat
story.
Sonny can fuck
Another
off.
Fat Sonny was my homie. We laughed all the time. He always give me big hugs and kisses.
Oh,
No
I
big.
still love you,
I know
but
you do, but no, but
I'm
I
going back
did.
to
I noticed the last time I
I got up
saw
to
you.
241 and I was like, fuck that. So now I'm all the way down to 222 and then I'm just going to keep going until I hit
You
205.
got too skinny a couple times. So a couple times you were sub
Yeah.
200. You just look
Yeah.
weird. You got like
Yeah. I
that
like
gangly kind
205.
of
205 is a
fucking.
good weight for me.
205 is a good weight for you. Don't get too skinny.
All right. So we had on here, Nicky Rod calls out Gordon for a 50K match. Gordon refuses. So
That
I've
story has
seen,
developed a bit since we first wrote it,
yeah.
by the way, too. So
Yeah. It seems like there is a real hatred coming from Gordon for Nicky Rod and the whole B team. Like, holy shit, man. It seems like he's taken some stuff a little personal. I think, I don't know. It's hard to really understand because everyone's saying their own piece, and it's like Gordon's saying what he's saying, and then those guys are saying what they're saying, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard to believe anyone.
I I it's difficult. I sincerely believe that they have figured out a way to get under Gordon's skin in a manner that no one else has. Craig Jones, I love you to death. You are absolutely fucking hilarious. One of the fucking best things going in grappling right now. Just a funny human being. I believe that because of that, because they have razzed him so much, Nicky Rod too, the same way, has completely fucking at every given moment giving Gordon Ryan all kind of shit about using PEDs. And I don't know that Nicky Rod has really been as brutal to Gordon as Craig has. I think Craig is a ringleader. I think that Nicky Rod and the rest
The ringleader.
yeah. I think that Nicky Rod and the rest of them are just guilty by association because whatever.
Bro, is the structure of B team is it Craig Jones at the top? Is he the guy that promotes everybody?
That's a good question. I'm sure it is.
I would think because I would think he's the most senior black belt
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
sure it is. I don't think is Ethan Krellinson might be a black belt too.
I think he
Ethan
is, and I
Krellinson's a
think
black
Nicky
belt.
Ryan's a black belt, isn't he?
I don't think Nicky's a black belt yet. He
Nicky?
might be. Yeah, I don't know. He might not be.
I thought Nicky got his black belt.
Nick Rod, he might. I don't know for sure. I don't. But
Oh,
they're that's a weird thing too.
let
They're
me
doing
figure
that
that
whole,
out.
they're doing that whole American jiu-jitsu thing now. I don't even think they give a shit about belts anymore. I don't even know that's even a thing. I'm sure that Craig Jones is probably the top, but I think they all kind of have a piece of it as far as like ownership goes and who's
Yeah, he's a black belt under Danaher. Danaher gave him his black belt.
okay, cool. So there you go then. Probably down in Puerto Rico. But I mean, this whole thing stems from way before anything that happened to do with Craig Jones. And we're talking about, when they were all in Puerto Rico, it was all, it was like utopia. It was like a little
Well,
communist.
that's apparently not though.
Right. Yeah, well, exactly. There was what do they always say? Like Animal Farm. Like all animals are the same. However, the pigs are just a little bit more the same than everybody else. That was kind of what, and when you look at it in reality, Gordon Ryan was living in the mansion with Mo and had all kind of things, and they were living in the slums in Puerto Rico and living off of freaking, recycled water and, not having a shower and, with crime and people get murdered in the street.
All right, so here's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you
because I was just going to ramble on anyway.
I have the latest here from something that Gordon wrote here on.
I read that too. It's like just 9 paragraphs long.
Just 7 hours ago. I'm going to try to I'll just make it quick. I can read fast. So Gordon posted a video of Nicky Rod saying that he beat more ADCC champions than Nicholas Marigelli.
Right.
And so he took that video, put it on his Instagram, and then put this giant paragraph. So here's what he wrote.
And honestly, it's funny because Gordon lost his shit over that. But like Nick has beaten 4 and Nicholas has beaten 5. So it's not like it's that big of a fucking difference. Right. But he's not wrong, but it's not like he exaggerated that much. Good.
So here's what Gordon wrote. Just a once in a while reminder. I don't condone cockroaches making money off my name, especially ones I gave everything for, only to have my face spit in.
Scathing right from the beginning, by the way.
Call me scared all you want, just like Kanye did after he went back on his word and fucked me out of money, knowing I wouldn't compete, then watching him get heel hooked by guys like Cyborg and thinking he stood a chance. From the school to the branding, everything about these scum are built on lies and alternate realities. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie that can be easily disproven. Number of ADCC champions Nicholas Marigelli has beaten only in no-gi matches, 5. Yuri, Pena, Kanyen, and Giancarlo as Cyborg. Number of ADCC champions NF, Nicky Rod, has beaten 4. Yuri, Orlando, Pena, Cyborg. You can fact check this by searching either athlete on bjjheroes.com. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a blatant lie, and people seemingly believe them because I don't care enough to talk back and give their shit team publicity off what is my greatness. We will compete again. And when there is no buildup, when there is no media leading up to the event, when you're just another stepping stone in the bunch, just like ADCC, I've gotten you sponsors, I've negotiated purses for you, I've taught you everything you know, and all you've done is spit in my face and lose to me. You will make exactly $0 more off of my brand, and when we do compete, you will lose again. Until then, keep up the lies like you have been, and riding my coattails like you need to make a buck. You have no major titles. You are 30-13 with a 33% sub rate. You don't make the rules and you never will. P.S. When we sign a bet match contract, it'll be for a lot more than your life savings of $50K, which you probably won't sign, like the last contract I sent you when you requested to be drug tested, only to decline when I offered to pay for the highest percent testing on my own dime. Now shut the fuck up and try on actually finishing a match by submission and not growing tits again after you fuck up your PCT.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, I love Gordon.
I gotta say, bro, it's so petty.
It's petty.
I love you, Gordon. I really do, but I could give a fuck about this beef between you guys.
First of all, for someone that could care less about Nick Rod, that was sure a pretty long, in-depth, fucking research-driven fucking diatribe.
Well, no,
if you don't care about somebody, you just say, "Hey, you know what? Go fuck yourself."
I don't think he doesn't care. I don't think he doesn't care. He obviously cares. I think the bottom line here is that Gordon is hurt. These guys hurt him. You know, whatever the disagreement was, it looks like Gordon is hurt.
Yeah, his feelings are hurt. But I mean, I can't go back to this enough. Like, when your own fucking brother doesn't want anything to do with you, doesn't train with you, is moved on with these hellions that hate you. Like, there's got to be a fucking Gordon cannot, based upon what we know about Gordon, he cannot be this innocent bystander in the whole thing that's just trying to deflect all of the fucking damage onto somebody else. He has to be culpable of this in probably a large way. It seems to me that the other guys care less about Gordon than Gordon cares about them, and that's the problem. And Gordon can't seem a way to figure out how to get out of his own way to make it right. I watched, and this is pretty right on. This is something that when I watched the UFC Fight Pass Invitational, UFC Invitational, whatever the fuck it was called. First of all, we got to get to that because that was insane. That was a fucking shit show. It wasn't bad, but it was a shit show. I think that's on the list. When I was watching that, Nick Ryan, his little brother, was going against that guy, Juntis Gracie, who's a stud. And Gordon was commentating with GSP. And GSP was in the room when Nikki was a kid, so he knows both of them pretty well. And it was very interesting to hear Gordon commentate Nikki's match and try not to feel like, to be honest and to give good curtails and to give good critiques about Nikki Ryan's game. You could definitely hear an uneasiness and a sense of sadness that there was no longer a connection between them. And maybe I'm reading into this. Maybe I'm not. Maybe Gordon is a fucking stone-faced, fucking soulless freak that doesn't give a shit. But it really, in my mind, felt like there was something sad in his voice that he no longer has a relationship with his brother in that accord, in that training atmosphere. And something happened that made that happen. And it has to be something that Gordon had an issue, had to deal with.
Let's we can rule a few things out right away. Like, we can rule out that it was something to do with like weight classes and competing. You know what I'm talking about?
There's different human beings.
Right. So it probably had nothing to do with that. I highly doubt it had anything to do with the direction of jiu-jitsu. Right. I mean, I want to do leg locks. No, I want to do back takes, or we should be a gi situation, like that wasn't the argument. So it was something a lot deeper and more personal, because like there was nothing. I can't see those guys disagreeing about anything in terms of the meta of jiu-jitsu, in terms of, gi versus no gi, or, how to run a gym or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I think it goes back to just not spreading the wealth around, spreading the love around. Gordon at that time, that goes back to Puerto Rico. When they were living in Puerto Rico, Gordon was living in a fucking mansion. These guys were living in the fucking slums.
Yeah,
and Gordon would be like,
that could have been it.
Gordon's answer was, I'm the star. You guys ain't shit. I get to live a star's life. You guys have to fucking hustle and live in the gym until you make it on your own. And, is he wrong? Not really. Is he right? Debatable. So what these guys did is they said, look, Gordon, that's cool, but we're not going to sit in your shadow while you sit at high on the hog. We're going to go out and try to do our own thing.
Even if that was the reason, or maybe it was part of the reason, but even if that was
that's the way Danaher explains it. I've heard his rationale. That's the rationale.
I highly doubt that his brother would not stick with him.
Yes.
If that were the only reason. If that were the only reason and his brother went with these guys, I'd be like, wow, what a dick.
There was a time
abandon his brother.
For those of you that
I don't think that's it.
For those of you that weren't around before all this shit went down, when they were all back in the blue basement, where Gordon was, Ricky Ryan was Gordon's protege. He used to call him his show pony. You know what I mean? He used to talk lovingly about how his little brother was going to be better than him one day. He used to have all these conversations, and that was before all the money got involved. Money changes things. When you got fame and you've got accolades and you've got money coming in, money, relationships start to sever. When it's just a bunch of dudes in a room getting better, it's awesome. When money starts to get involved, it always starts to fuck things up. And that's just what happened, in my opinion. Yeah. And here we are now. Let's talk a minute about the
you wanted to talk about the UFC Fight Pass invitational rules. Now, I didn't actually see this, but I know that Mo was pissed about it because he wrote something on Facebook or Instagram or someplace about how if anybody is going to use the ADCC name to talk about how they're building a hybrid rule set, like they're not allowed to do that.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck people think. And I'm trying so hard. First of all, like, the ADCC filled out a fucking arena. Not bullshit. The Staples Center in Las Vegas. So first, I think they sold out most of it in the first fucking hour, because I tried to get tickets and I was waiting by the goddamn phone, and I had the special access code, which I think was kind of bullshit, but whatever. We'll fuck with that later. Like the early special prepay access code. And luckily, I was by my computer at 10 a.m. when it dropped, and I still almost didn't get tickets. The whole goddamn thing sold out in like a day. Off of what? ADCC rules. Why? Because the fucking ADCC rules are exciting. They work. Proven. I don't know why the UFC can't just say, let's use ADCC rules. That's what's selling out arenas. Because there's this whole fucking thing that ADCC and points matches are boring. So we can't do that. So we can modify them and still have the appearance of a submission-only grappling match because that's cool. Because points matches are stupid.
Listen,
right?
no rule set is perfect. I'd like to know, what would you change? What would you personally change about the ADCC rule set?
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I think that the ADCC, I think the guard pull rule might be a little bit dubious, especially in overtime, but I'm not completely opposed to it because I do like the idea that it evokes action. What I think that the ADC, everything has a hole in it. I think that I think the ADCC rules are possibly a bit too confusing in totality of them, but they 100% promote action. And the best part about that is these goddamn referees that run the ADCC rules know it like the back of their fucking hand. They know how to make sure that the matches maintain action and stay fucking exciting. What happens?
Well, they've done a much better job, I think, in recent years promoting action in terms of just how they'll give warnings to athletes who are inactive and get them fired up again.
That's the problem. That was what the big problem was the way the fight passed it. First of all, it wasn't ADCC rules. It was a modified version of the ADCC rules. It was something that was led by the ADCC, and they had an ADCC referee out on the mat so it looks official, and they had Jay Regabluto as a judge on the side, says it looks official like it's the ADCC, but they weren't doing fucking ADCC rules. They created some weird stalling thing. First of all, it was the whole regulation match was all sub only, which I guess, okay, whatever. And then overtime, it moved into some version of ADCC rules, right? But the problem was during the regulation match, like you couldn't pull guard or you got hit with a stall, which is kind of stupid if you're doing fucking sub only, whatever. That doesn't even make fucking sense, right? Then they were like, if you were not like balls to the wall hunting a fucking triangle or an armbar or heel hook, like you got a stalling call. Like they were calling stalls. Like Nick Rod when he went against Yuri, like he completely dominated the entirety of the first fucking of the regulation period. Went into overtime, he was down by a penalty because of some dumb shit. Like
I saw that clip. Did you see that clip of Nicky Rod on top of Yuri?
Yeah.
And he looks up at the ref and he goes, stalling from the bottom, and Yuri goes, "Fuck you," and I love you.
Like I don't know who the fuck is in this room. Like you have a fucking platform. You have a proven rule set that works perfectly. Everything is great about ADCC fucking rules. It's proven to be exciting. Just fucking say ADCC rules and let the goddamn refs that run the ADCC fucking run it. That's what all the fucking guys want to do anyway. And if you don't want to do it, fuck off. You shouldn't be there anyway. I can't wrap my fucking brain around it. I can't understand why we can't just cut all this bullshit of cutting hairs and trying to fucking split the hairs about what's best, what's not. Just fucking
interesting that they did more aggressive stalling calls, because I think that the ADCC refs are pretty on the point when it comes to calling stalling or at least giving warnings to athletes for inaction.
It was just the criteria was whack. No one really. I don't even think the refs knew it. The announcers didn't know what the fuck was. It was fucking chaos, and it looked fucking stupid. And everybody was watching. It was like, what the fuck is this? And God forbid you're somebody that doesn't know anything about jiu-jitsu that's watching. Like, what is this horse shit? There's just nothing going on. ADCC rules are nothing. I don't want to fucking talk about it anymore. You guys are fucking up. Fight Pass. If you're watching, listen to someone that knows what the fuck they're talking about. Do ADCC rules and fuck yeah, I know. Dana, I'm talking to you. You and my mom. My mom's gonna be like, "What's the ADCC?" Dana, why you should listen to my son? All right, rant over. Moving on.
You
the
have
list.
something on here. Gisele gets her purple belt.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that for a second if you want. I'm running out of fucking time.
Who,
Slowly.
pray tell, is Gisele?
I love this. I love you, Sonny. So this is something. This is something you're going to want to talk about because I know this is a trigger point for you. It revolves around celebrities getting
Celebrities and their
promoted.
fake belts.
Celebrities and their fake, essentially. So
Now,
Gisele,
listen, I don't think all of them are, dude. You know who I think is a savage, and I've never rolled with him, but I'll bet he's a savage. Is Tom Hardy.
yeah. Well, Tom Hardy. See, there's two different elements to this too. There's guys that actually go out there and like Tom Hardy goes and competes. Like he'll show up to a fucking to a grappler's industry in
yeah,
fucking
dude,
London and go out and compete.
As much as I can't stand this guy's company,
Right.
props to fucking Zuckerberg for going out and competing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, he's laying
Although
it on
I heard
line.
that he had bodyguards there.
I mean, it's fucking Mark Zuckerberg. You have to have it. I mean, he can't go anywhere without fucking bodyguard. I mean, there's
Just
literally
put a fucking hat on you. Nerd.
Yeah, but there are literally
Nobody gives
crazy
a shit.
Come on, there's literally crazy people in the world that want to kill Mark Zuckerberg. You're not too far off from that. Fucking, by the way, I know you well. I know you well enough to know that if the opportunity arisen, you'd put a fucking
If I saw Mark Zuckerberg getting rolled, I'd go help him. I don't care who it is.
I would too, because
right is right.
He's worth $100 billion. I'm gonna if I get $5 million out of it.
Samaritan money.
Yeah, I know exactly. His life is worth at least $100 million, right?
Yo, you could at least flip me some shares of Facebook, huh?
Exactly. Just give me a couple 100,000 shares of Facebook. We'll call it a fucking wash.
Yeah, you won't miss them.
Yeah. But
fucking nerd.
The problem with this one is
props for competing, Zuckerberg, but you're still a fucking nerd.
But this was a big trigger point for a while. It was all over everything. We actually published an article about it on the page. My girl Andrea wrote it up and put it up on the Facebook page. She's Tom Brady's ex-wife, and she trains in South Florida with the Valenti brothers. So they do a lot of the what do they call it? The self-defense shit. You know, the combative stuff. That's the old school jiu-jitsu stuff. And she got her purple belt. She just got her blue belt like a year and a half ago, I think. And
isn't that the gym where they don't really roll?
Yeah. The funny thing is like we give a fuck about it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck?
I don't even know who you guys are talking about.
She's a hot billionaire fucking supermodel. Like, what the fuck? Maybe she's banging the fucking fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'd probably give her a purple belt too. She's hot, loaded, and fucking Jesus Christ. I'm finally not sick. This is the first show we've had, God, in 2 months where I haven't been sick, like coughing like a fucking lunatic in the microphone.
Yeah. Notice I blew my nose a couple times, but it hasn't been like really bad.
Have you watched any of the last podcast we did, the coffee shop?
Bro, I'll be honest with you.
I never watch them.
I watch the clips.
Yeah.
You know, like the small clips that Rod sends.
Yeah.
I watch those, but I don't watch.
Yeah, whatever. But did you see the clip? You saw the clip?
Yeah. It was funny.
Nice. Looks nice. Well, the quality looks nice.
Yeah, look, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a confidence thing. I don't know. I mean, Johnny Depp doesn't watch his movies. They were asking him about that, and he's never seen a Pirates movie. And they were like, I think he said something like, "Well, when they're done paying me and my job is over, I've got nothing to do with it anymore."
I don't want to dress. I don't remember when I dressed up like a pirate for fucking fuck that shit.
But I don't know. I mean, it's something about watching myself talk. I'm not.
I watch. Well, you know, I'm a narcissist, so I can't. I can watch myself talk for fucking hours.
Yeah,
but
I think I listen. Sometimes I listen, like for a few minutes here and there. But like I said, I've never watched the show because it's just too much.
I watch him just to see how they turn out, and I like to see what Rod does with the clips. And pretty fucking funny, man.
The clips are cool. The clips are cool.
A good show. We got a good show. I can't wait to get dialed in. I got that new thing. It came in.
Oh, you did?
Board? Yeah, so we're on now.
So what does it have? And we can cut this out, by the way.
This is fun. The people want to know. We got to kill another 20 minutes anyway. Rod, leave this shit in.
So what is it? Like, is it?
It's like a complete podcasting motherboard.
Right. But I know, like, so hardware-wise, what does it come with? It's got the board. It's got the microphones.
Doesn't come with the
I'm
microphone.
sorry.
Inputs.
Board. It's got headphones. What else?
It has everything. It's got the condenser, all the little clouds,
Condenser?
whatever the fuck it is. I don't fucking know.
It's not an air conditioner unit.
No, it's why are you asking me this shit? I don't fucking know what it comes.
Because you bought it.
It has everything we're supposed to. It cost me $1,000. It's got everything we fucking need.
You're like, it's
for
got
$1,000, you better give me a fucking hand job when I plug it in.
You're like, it's got a condenser, it's got an alternator.
I don't know, the fucking flux capacitor running through the back of it. The fucking Rod. I think he's getting a piece of it. I think Rob's in like his fucking asshole. Oh, I got these two idiots on the fucking line. They're paying me $100 a fucking week. I'll tell them to buy whatever they want. What do you want to sell? What do you got in the warehouse you want to get rid of? It's like a Fisher Price fucking
I was thinking about buying
podcast.
a fishing pole, by the way. I had such a great time. I went fishing for the first time in like years.
I used to love
one of my black belts took me out on the boat, on his boat.
I saw that.
And dude, I caught a shark, and I caught a fucking dolphin. I didn't mean to catch dolphin, by the way, like before you guys call up on fucking PETA and all that. So I was fishing and I started to catch a fish. I was reeling the fish in. Next thing I know, like the pole was bending just a little bit. And then the next thing you know, the pole was like, "Nyeh." And I was like, geez, this thing got really, and then all of a sudden the dolphin just kind of rolls over the waves. And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now?
You caught
and they're just like, reel
dolphin.
it in because he'll let it go.
Aww.
And so I'm reeling it in and I'm just kind of feeling what, like the power that this thing has. Bro, this dolphin looked like it was just, enjoying itself on a nice leisurely.
Did you hook it or did it bite the bait?
No, it took my fish.
Oh, it took your fish.
It swallowed my fish, which was still attached to the fishing line.
That sounds naughty, by the way.
And then,
oh,
dude, the thing was so strong. It's like, there's no way you would ever reel one of those in, ever.
No.
But I was trying not to lose the fucking gear.
It was just
all of a sudden, it got real easy, and then out came the hook and everything just without,
And not your fish.
Yeah, no fish.
No fish.
The dolphin took that.
Yeah.
Dolphin took that. Yeah, I caught a shark, which was pretty dope.
Sharks are fun. I saw that thing. That's a big shark.
My boy was like, grab it by its back. I was like, I don't think so.
Fuck you. You grabbed the fucking shark. What do I look like? Fucking Robinson Crusoe over here?
On YouTube.
Get the fucking shark.
Yo, Jeff Rod, you gotta pull up the video on YouTube of the dude who's holding the shark, and the shark literally like bends around and bites the dude's thumb.
Yeah.
And the dude starts screaming like a girl, like, ah! It's the funniest shit ever.
I've seen that. We can't do that because then they'll ban us again. I'm not losing another episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're copyrighting content or whatever. Fucking
no, people
Jeff
react
Rod
to videos all the time, dude.
Yeah, but we can't put it on our podcast if they were stealing from it.
Sure we can. Haven't you ever seen reaction videos?
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll see what we're running through Jeff Rod and see what he has.
Let's watch. Let's pretend like we're watching it right now. Like, here comes the shark, gonna bite him. He just bit him. Ah! Right? And that was the video. Right?
Yeah, it's very, really good.
One of these days,
what else? Is there anything else
doing that?
Anything else on the list? I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to cut this a little bit short. I gotta haul ass.
What do you
Happy
got
birthday,
going on?
Royce. Man, I gotta go fucking, my GM is sick. So I gotta run all the way to my gym. They gotta go teach my 5 p.m. class. They gotta teach my 6:30 class.
What's a GM?
GM, the guy who runs my gym.
Oh, you mean your gym manager?
General manager, whatever.
Oh.
I call it my GM. Project manager or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
He usually teaches Friday night. He's sick. So that's another shit. This day is like literally going to
Bro, that's bullshit, man. Get rid of him.
No.
Get rid of him.
Jake is the man. Jake is the man.
Let me tell you something. Kate has never called in sick.
Nah, he's sick. He's sick. He never does. He's sick.
Bro, I'm just kidding.
Jake
What's his name? Jake?
Jake. He's a
I'm just
black
fucking
belt.
with you, Jake.
He's a Carlson Gracie black belt. So
boha.
Boha.
Just joking, my friend. Don't
just
beat me
joking,
up.
my friend. All right, let me scramble. See if I can find this fucking sponsors list that I forget to fucking pull up before the goddamn show.
Biogenics. Laheel.
Laheel Biogenics. If you're looking for stem cells, if you are looking for, there we go. If you're looking for peptides, Sonny, what's your favorite one?
I like the 3907.
3907.
That's consistently working for me.
GR. I do the GR. GR 3907. It's better. It's better than the PP.
I like the GR.
The GR. But
well, wait. Can you just for me and maybe everyone else that doesn't know, because I definitely don't know, what the fuck is a peptide?
Well,
it sounds like something you do your laundry with.
Funny you should say that. We're gonna have her on for a show here pretty soon. She's probably gonna come on right after.
Oh, she's gonna elevate our shit.
Explain everything for us. We'll have Stacy on. She runs
dude, she's cool shit. I like Stacy. Cool. Oh, yeah, she'll come to the coffee shop.
Yeah,
right?
we'll bring her to the coffee shop. We'll do three, absolutely.
Nice.
But if you're interested, Heal Biogenics, it's on our website. We've got the link on the website if you need any kind of regenerative fashions. I think they do TRT. They do the whole freaking thing. It's your one-stop shop. Give them a call because they're amazing. Tampa, they got offices all over the place. Bradenton, Tampa, Brandon, all over the Central Florida area. Next is my homeboy, my buddy, my friend forever, my ride or die, Mr. Troy Regano from No Judges Needed. I'm always rocking his apparel, as you can see on my shirt over here. Anything you need for grappling apparel, rash guards, shorts, hats, bags, blah, blah, blah. Anything you can think of that relates to grappling. Make sure you go hit up Troy at No Judges Needed. Again, the website is in our page. Classic Coaching, Connor is my dietitian. Fucking amazing work. I can't tell you how good I feel. Give him a shout if you're interested. Mr. Classic Coaching services. He will set up a meal plan for you super, super fast. It's amazing how good they are. Rewire Charlie Keenan. Charlie's my dog. He's the best, my physical therapist. I send him a ton of clients all the time. If you live in the Tampa area and you're looking to get yourself straight, have an injury, he is a doctor of physical therapy. He is also a great personal trainer. If you want to get yourself the best you can be, go see my buddy Charlie. And then last but not least, drum roll, please. Active Health. Mobile.
Say that one again?
Active Health.
Oh, thank you.
They are a mobile IV treatment center. They'll come to your house, give you an IV. If you're not feeling well, you're hungover.
How much does that cost for because the other day, remember I told you did the 48-hour fast?
Yeah.
Man, I was really dehydrated. I could have used an IV.
It is affordable. I will discuss prices with you off the air. It's uncool for me to mention the cost.
Oh, okay.
On air. Let them visit the website and speak, but it is very affordable for what you're getting. Believe me, a licensed nurse will come to your house and give you an IV, a vitamin IV. That is a service that you just cannot get everywhere, and it's good stuff. She will fool you full of the goodness to get you right. All right, man. Other than that, Sonny, I love you. Anything else you'd like to add in closing?
No.
I thought you were having a seizure. I was worried. I was like, Sonny, you okay?
No. I was. Do I say this joke? And I was like, no, don't.
Well, now you got to fucking say it, Sonny.
No.
You can't.
Not happening.
You're going to leave the folks at home?
No. You'll know why. I'll tell you. You'll know why I didn't.
All right. We'll plug it off air, but I'll forget. I won't press in record so you folks can home see it. Thank you guys very much. If we don't hear, I think this is going to be the last one for Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys. We will probably do a Christmas show coming up, but just in case you watch this before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Our next show will be a Christmas special. We'll probably be back at the coffee shop. Deuces, we love you. Happy birthday, Royce, because you're the man. How do I
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.